Hey guys, right here. I'm gonna talk through one of the, I guess, maybe more confusing boards or difficult boards in the game with Fangs into Habsburg. Uh, we're gonna split our presence here because um, we can't just push 2 and get it down to the coast, and we really need it on the coast, so we need to be in 6. So this is really interesting because it's just going to be a town explorer, and then the town's going to kill itself in 7. So we kind of just want to get out of there and take the blight. This allows us to get 4 beasts into 6, and then prep for land 2, because we can pull the town from 8 into 6. So I'm going to try to do that. We need 3 beasts for next turn, so ideally we need an animal on this turn 1. So let's see our draft. Okay, we get an animal. We can kind of manage our beast. We can get beast adding with Teeming Rivers, as well as do some blight manipulation strats to reduce the town count, or reduce the towns from escalation, and then heal it, and then take blight on another area instead of having to overcommit multiple actions from our action economy to deal with that land. So I really like Teeming Rivers here. I would love to take Portents, but it's right at this stage in the game, we're really just looking for an animal on our first draft. That really smooths things over for Fangs and allows us to go straight bottom. So we reduce the amount of turns that it takes to get to 5 card plays. A big power spike is at 4 card plays. Of course, our spikes are at 3, 4, and 5, so we want to get there as soon as possible. Sometimes we have to take the animal early, and it kind of feels a little bit bad, but we can kind of cope with it. We need to do this, and we need to sack. And we need to play Prey this turn, and we'll play also Teeming Rivers this turn, and get us a beast somewhere. Because we want to save our other abilities for Ranging Haunt next turn when we have 3 plays. This is fine because we're just going to get this guy and make this 4. Gather that. We'll leave that on the coast. Totally fine. Now, 3 is really dangerous, so we really want to deal with that. Unfortunately, that's probably gonna... We're gonna take 2 blight here, so it may just be our 3rd blight. But this is kind of a really dangerous land in this matchup. I think 3 on both boards B and G are kind of like death traps. You don't want them to blight because Fangs won't be able to deal with them, so you need to get a beast into them. Which means our next turn we really want to attack that city and get a beast in there so that we can potentially deal with it, via build prevention, terrifying chase out of there, etc. If it ravages and blights, if we don't draw anything. We do need energy this turn, so we're going to do that. We're also just going to get in here. We have 4. It's a little bit better to get... we're going to be able... we can't pocket this. And I want to move a presence into here, so I don't want to sacrifice anything, so I'm not going to kill the Explorer. We can't get the pocket on 8 because I can't get rid of 5 unless we get really, really lucky, so it's totally fine. If that's the case, then the Explorer will remain, and we'll get a pocket if we get a Beast event. So I'm not going to sacrifice this turn. I think it's a little bit more advantageous. We can sacrifice on 2 because we really want to hit that next turn. Otherwise, maybe keep it there. We don't necessarily need it, but it's really hard to always make this decision. This is the hardest part of Fangs, is deciding whether we need it or not. I'm going to keep the presence there. Just in case. Ooh. Yeah, that's pretty sad. We don't even get to use our abilities because this land is blighting to add beasts and stuff. That's kind of a really negative point of this board. So, yeah, we're gonna get out of there. Kind of tragic start to get the jungles on this board. We'll just wipe that. There you go. Teeming would have been really nice to have. Three's gonna pull this, so there's only gonna be one town in here. I really hate to lose Teeming. It's another... And Prey is like pretty much mandatory to this matchup. We unfortunately have to lose Teeming. Wow, and I cannot move my presence, so it was a little bit greedy play to do that. I can still place into there, sacrifice, and then pull a beast in. So let's get over there so we can at least use our abilities. Oh shit, we can't do that. We can't use our abilities because we're blighting both of them. Basically just to survive. Oh, this is defend 2 now. So we can take the blight on 3 totally fine. We don't want to put them on coast, so it's kind of nice to just potentially get some pile up. Let's pile them up here. And then we want to kind of be in here because it's going to gather. So we need to do something about that. And we need to also get started on that. We can put 1 in here. I think it's going to be much harder to get a beast into here. Let's do that. 등산하고 있어. See what we get first. Well, that's a big deal. Blight manipulation on this board is really big. We just want to kind of take the blight into here, and then we want to kind of kill this and be able to push everything out of there. The defend would be really, really good too. It's like, where can we get into, right? So I have to go in here, sacrifice, put my guy in, and then I have to move beasts into 3 and 4, and then I can technically consume the disease, it's fine, and move the guy out, but then I have to be in there, so I can't use Here There Be Monsters. If I want to use Terrifying Chase, I need to kind of persist into 2. So the best thing to do is grab Enforce and isolate this 4 so it's safe. Nothing can get in there again after this, so it's actually just better to isolate the coast in some way. I'm thinking 2. No, because it'll gather. 4 will gather, right? So we have to do that. Now that we have this, we can kind of move out of 5 pretty safely. I still would love some beasts, but let's do that. We need to get like everything out of here, so we just really need a beast. We only need 1 beast in there, and then we want to kind of keep 2 into here. Let's do that. We want to stay where we are. That's fun. 1 per Dahan. So because we actually pulled the blight in there, we didn't even need to isolate it. They have -1 health until the end of the turn. Can I see the details of a land? can't see how much health they have. Invaders and Dawn have -1 health until the end of the turn. So if I just do a 1 damage to each of them, right? They're both gonna die when they're averages. That's pretty big. Let's get that just to heal the blight, just in case. No sacred sites. Juice. Oh my god. We get 5 plays. Brutal, brutal. Didn't know that would happen. That's for sure. Sands will not get to gather one if I do that, but even if it does, I just need to replay Terrify. And that gets gathered. I just want to get those out of there. At this point. Really bad to put stuff on the coast, though. Oh well. I need those guys gone. So the ironic part of this is I have 5 plays and 2 reclaims. So I'm gonna draft one and get back 2 of my cards. I'm gonna be starved, but it's fine, I think. We really need to get Animal into here. And then we really need to bank on Animal being in there, too. And then we really need to... I don't want to make more towns. Hopefully a 0. I mean, that's really good. Yeah, that will do it. And then... if something happens, let's just throw that there. That's gonna gather into there and be totally fine, so we don't even need to deal with it. Let's get the beasts in here. And then we can kind of just prevent that. And we might need to get rid of them. And then we can put a beast back into here. And then we can just push those out or something. Huh, that does that for us. I already took 3 bullet. I don't need to be in there anymore. So. I'm just gonna destroy presence. Just in case. This is not a decent town, so it should die. Have to gather, so let's do it. Oh, that's funny. Really clean. Okay. Let's just get rid of the town there. I don't like this guy being here. Sadly gonna kill him. I want to get rid of the town, but I have to do priorities, right? And what's he gonna do? Oh. Just add that. Just get him out of there. Yeah. I mean, Call of Ferocity is pretty good. FITS is good for fear, but I don't know Sacred Sight. We probably play along the lines of needing to use this as a forget father or something. I mean, it's a 0, push those 2 out, but I need more than that. Because town is going to be there and the city's going to be there, so I want to kill those, get fear. We don't really need fear. We don't really need that, so we don't really need either. I need Terrify, so I'm going to use this as a buffer. I need energy. And I just keep needing that stuff. More blight. I think we have this paid, right? It's fortify. It's fine. Add a beast, remove a disease. We already got everything tied up here. Let's keep getting that. It's fine. Let's get explorers and builds and lands with beasts. With or adjacent. Maybe this pulls in somewhere. There's our mountains. I think we're gonna put 2 in there to shove 8. So even though it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, it'll be 6. 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, so we're gonna put them into there. So that doesn't need it. We can do this. Interesting. I messed up that wetlands. I didn't think that would get gathered there. That's fine. Kind of a misplay. No worries. Sphere. Can we just tackle that? Keep getting as much sphere as possible. Wait, oh, they have extra HP. Let's not do that. We once again need energy. We're a little bit strong here, but we also really need presence. How sad. So I guess we just use zeros. Let's see what we can do with that. And let's see what we need. We need Terrify. We really want presence though. So 1, 2, 3. Ugh, brutal. Oh shoot. We can't get those. That's a waste. We kind of pocketed everything down now. So we just need to choke fear. No zeros? Oof. Then we just grab for events. Well, that's what it's looking like. That's funny. I blight. I have a fear card, but I blight. It's not blight. Pretty much. Yeah, I mean, nothing really matters. We just chug fear here. And we raging hunt and probably just we get 2 fear, 3-4 fear fast. And something slow. Pretty much it. Probably went off that. No, I guess not, because I need a Sacred Site, right? Yeah, I guess it's fine. Another chance for Blight, though. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, and then this will do 3 damage. So we need to do 5 damage in here. I think we can. With extra range. Oh well. And GG. Hopefully that was kind of interesting as a Board G rematch. A little bit weird RNG, but Fangs kind of just goes around the board, skirts around. Gotta pay attention to 3 because it's double wetlands locked. It's a death sentence for Fangs, not to deal with it. And then just take care of that city early, get out of the jungles, feel bad because we can't use our jungles targeting origin powers. Board G's a mess, honestly. Thanks for watching.